Welcome to our video on e-commerce 2026. This chapter marks a fundamental shift in managerial thinking. We are moving beyond a simple catalog of online tools to explore a strategic evolution, from basic online selling towards sophisticated digital and AI-driven commerce. Imagine it is 10:17 p.m. and orders are pouring in. SBI Beauty is celebrating a record-breaking night. Yet there is a hidden tension. The business struggles to recognize the same customer across its 5 distinct channels. SBI Beauty is winning on sales volume, but losing the customer relationship. 70% of their online revenue comes from platforms, yet data remains siloed, costs are unmeasured, and the customer journey is fragmented. This creates a, quote, success trap. Rising short-term revenue masks a long-term capability gap. Relying entirely on external platforms means a single algorithm or policy change can expose the business's underlying dependency. 3 critical questions reveal the truth of your digital maturity. Can you reach existing customers if a channel stops? Can you identify product profitability within 24 hours? Is one person accountable for your data? By the end of this video, you will be able to read any e-commerce business using a structured framework. Observe, classify, analyze, compare, evaluate, and decide. Digital maturity is a scale of integration, rising as technology moves deeper into your operations. Remember, a higher level isn't automatically better. It must fit your business model, scale, and data quality. A true digital business integrates 3 core layers: the channel layer for sales, the operations layer for process efficiency, and the decision layer, where data informs your strategy. Analyzing SBI Beauty, we find they pass the channel layer but fail at operations and decision-making. Strong sales alone cannot compensate for disconnected systems and intuition-led strategy. 5 common myths often block honest self-assessment. For example, owning a website doesn't make you digital, and high platform revenue does not necessarily mean your business is mature. Now, take a moment to perform a 60-second diagnosis on a business you bought from recently. Score their channels, operations, and decision-making on a scale of 0 to 2. E-commerce history shows 4 waves of bottleneck removal, from catalogs to today's AI-driven world. Crucially, no wave erases the previous one. Modern firms must successfully operate all 4 simultaneously. Vietnam has effectively leapfrogged into social and mobile commerce. However, your future advantage won't come from universal tools, but from the proprietary data, brand, and speed of experimentation you build. While the Vietnamese e-commerce market is large and growing at 25.5%, it is vital to remember that roughly 90% of total retail still takes place outside of online channels. Finally, note that the market is heavily concentrated in just 2 platforms. This reality shifts bargaining power, making your ability to manage financial risk in the face of platform changes more critical than ever. Let's begin with a core principle. Market size matters only when it changes a decision. A 25% growth rate suggests room for expansion, while high market concentration signals limited alternatives. Remember, 90% of spending is still offline, and fashion and beauty categories lead the charge in digital penetration. Every transaction relies on 6 infrastructure layers: connectivity, devices, identity, payment, delivery, and data. These layers do more than just facilitate a sale. They determine which business models are even viable. A weakness in any one of these can fundamentally limit your competitive potential. Profitability is often eroded by returns far more silently than it is built by advertising. By analyzing a typical order with a 10% return rate, we see how significant the costs of delivery, packaging, and shrinkage become. Improving return rates is often a more powerful profit lever than price adjustments. By 2026, governance is no longer optional. It is a central component of your business model. As Vietnam's new regulations take effect, successful companies will treat transparency, data storage, and consumer protection as foundations for sustainable growth, rather than just compliance burdens. It is important to remember that the order, not the payment method, defines e-commerce. Whether it's a marketplace order with cash on delivery, a click-and-collect purchase, or a deal closed in a social chat, the digital ordering process is the defining characteristic of this space. The same product often demands entirely different business models across sectors. B2C requires speed and high volume, while B2B demands a focus on credit and negotiation. A common and costly error is applying B2C assumptions, like assuming ads always produce orders, to B2B contexts. Marketplaces create value by systematically removing friction in search, verification, enforcement, and logistics. The ultimate measure of a platform's strength is how much risk it absorbs for both buyers and sellers. The more risk it takes on, the more difficult it becomes for others to replace it. Cross-side network effects drive the platform flywheel. More sellers lead to better choices, which attract more buyers, further fueling sales. However, this only holds if quality is maintained, as issues like counterfeit goods or noisy search results can quickly destroy user trust. The listed transaction fee is rarely the total cost of doing business on a platform. When you account for advertising, promotion participation, and shipping subsidies, a published fee of 5% can effectively balloon into 25% of your total order value. Understanding the gap between GMV and real profit is vital. $1 billion in sales might only result in $30 million after accounting for all-in costs. This reality illustrates why sales volume alone is a poor metric for evaluating the true health of an e-commerce operation. Balancing your presence requires a weighted multi-homing strategy. You should use marketplaces for the reach they provide, but simultaneously invest in an owned channel to secure relationships and long-term retention. This combination is essential for balancing immediate scale with long-term business resilience. Social commerce operates on the principle that the journey starts long before the customer intends to buy. By guiding potential buyers from discovery and interest to trust, you turn a passive social interaction into a deliberate purchase. Search commerce captures existing intent, while discovery commerce creates it. Though platforms are increasingly blurring these lines, the core distinction remains. One responds to a need, while the other triggers it through engaging content, creators, and live experiences. Content converts customers by reducing cognitive cost, enabling trust transfer, and creating urgency. However, be mindful that these emotional peaks can also drive higher cancellation and return rates. Always look at your net sales, not just the gross revenue from a live session. To wrap up, remember that short videos, live streams, and creator affiliate programs all serve different roles in your strategy. Short videos trigger interest, live streams drive interaction, and affiliates borrow trust at scale. Choose the right tool for the specific job your product needs.